Hi and welcome to another free.volous episode. Yes, my work-life balance has gradually started to recuperate in a sense, and I got a cancellation today of an appointment I had. No problem at all, no money lost, so it's fine. But that means I'm home and there's daylight and I can film for you a video, and I couldn't pass the opportunity, of course, to do an up close and personal on the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin foundation because, you know, it's one of those Lisa Eldridge moments. She recently launched a few more lipsticks, reopened her velvet lipstick line, so they're up for grabs. And she is also soft launching her Seamless Skin foundation, and you get a free sample of 4 colors with your order of a lipstick, or you can buy for €3, I think. So I, of course, had to order one, and I'm going to try it for you today. I've already watched her video on how to do the color matching. I mean, there's nothing actually really new there for me, but I was happy to know that I've been doing stuff well. I tend to match my foundation to my neck just because I don't like to apply a foundation to my neck and then get my collars all dirty. So that's my reasoning behind it. And also there's usually a good match between my neck and my my jawline here. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation everywhere. So, you know, I made a boo-boo. I ordered the wrong set because I was ordering also stuff for a friend. She also wanted the foundation and we both wanted the same kit. And I don't know what happened, but I ordered 2 different kits. So I'm keeping for myself the wrong one in the sense. So the color matching may not be perfect, but keep that in mind. I'm a bit sometimes all over the place. I've been, as I said, playing with the color matching, and I think I'm going to test 2 colors here. One is number 13 and the other is number 16 from the light medium kit number 2. First thing, shout out for Lisa Eldridge having olive undertones on lighter toned foundations. I was so happy about that. Really happy about it. So this is number 13, and this is a pretty good shade for me actually. Let's see if it oxidizes a bit or not. Let me open number 16. Okay, here it is. Oh god. Number 16 is a bit more yellowy and more olivey. Oh, it's a bit light maybe. Let's see. It does blend better with my neck. I don't know if you can see the difference. I hope you can. And yeah, I think number 16 is an absolute winner. So I'll wipe this off and I'll be right back. Number 16 and number 13. Regarding skin prep, I've done my usual skincare routine, and I don't usually use a primer unless it's a special occasion and I really want my foundation to last a bit longer or something, or to slightly change the finish of it. But I really need my foundation to work with my sunscreen, which is basically the primer that I have. It's a very long wearing sunscreen. It stays on my skin. It's P20 Sun Care for Kids, you all know it. It has a slightly dewy finish to it. I can change sunscreens. I have others that I like, but this is my main sunscreen. So if this works, if these 2 work together, I'll be a very happy camper. So I'm going to take a little bit of the foundation and smear it on my face. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation all over the face, so sticking to the center of my face is not an option. So I'm going to start using it. I was watching Lisa's video. There's a QR code on the back of your little card of bubbles with foundation, and if you snap it, you'll be taken to her video on doing your color matching, which is really good. And I was watching that video and taking in all she says. And the claims are basically, there's nothing regarding the lasting abilities of that foundation, but the finish is supposedly a soft focus, soft satin foundation, so it's not, you know, flat matte, nor too dewy, which is good to be able to kind of shape it to your desired finish in a way, because you can add a bit of powder, make it more matte, or a primer if you're into that, or you can use a more dewy primer or highlighters and make it a bit more dewy. So that's nice. I'm taking my brush. She uses a flat brush on a video. I actually don't have one. I need to take care of that. I'm sorry the light keeps changing because it's sunny, but there's clouds, so that's what we have to work with. And after applying that thin layer, it is a medium coverage foundation, totally agree. And after applying that thin layer, I'm going over with a bit more where I feel I need and my skin can handle, so I don't go with a lot around my wrinkles, although I have some redness there because we don't need that. But let me just say, first impressions, this looks absolutely glorious. It does look like, you know, gently moisturized skin in terms of finish. The coverage is really good. The shade match, talking about happy accidents, the shade match is really good for me. And as usual, although I don't usually apply foundation to my forehead, let's do it for the wrinkle test. The big wrinkle test. I'll do a very thin layer because I don't need coverage here. If you don't need the coverage, I'm all for. If you have a good shade match, you don't need to overpower your skin with layers of stuff. So here we go. Just a thin layer on this area. The shade match is really good. I'm so happy about that. So yes, let's keep on applying. Maybe I'll fast forward this part so that I don't annoy you. So, okay, I think I've reached my desired coverage. And I have to say, this is absolutely beautiful in terms of finish. My hyperpigmentation is faded down. My skin looks really, really soft and plump. Although I haven't exfoliated today, I usually do that for my foundations to give them the best chance possible, but I haven't done that today. Yeah, the coverage, you can still see some of my hyperpigmentation spots and stuff through the foundation, but to me, this is the perfect amount of coverage for every day. I don't mind showing my skin a bit more. And I tend to think that high coverage foundations these days just don't look good on my skin. Or maybe my taste has changed. Either that or just my skin has changed, which is the most likely. My sunscreen is a bit on the dewier side. I love how they work together. And regarding the self-setting claims, it does feel like it's setting on my skin. It's hardly tacky. I wouldn't even say tacky. Yeah, freshly moisturized, but with a very lightweight moisturizer. And it doesn't feel like it's going to stick to my fingers and come off, you know. So I'm enjoying that. It is now 12:03 in the afternoon. This is how it looks. Oh, I'm really hoping this is a good one and it won't be too expensive. I'm gonna go do the rest of my face and we'll keep chatting. Hi, so I've just done my makeup. I went full out Lisa Eldridge on it. Should I have tried other formulas on top of it? Maybe, but I'll let you know in another video if I have any problem with it. For now, the foundation looks really beautiful and smooth on the skin. It just looks like my skin is perfected. I have one of those 2x, 3x mirror in front of me, and it doesn't look like anything weird is sitting. It's not collecting on my blemish here, you know, kind of drying out and getting all scabby. Everything looks absolutely perfect. It is a soft focus kind of effect, and it is a satin matte finish. I'd say people with drier skin will probably want to prime their skins accordingly and have a bit more of a dew underneath. But on me, and I had a more dewy SPF, this is basically a satin matte kind of healthy kind of look on my face. If you're wondering what I've used in terms of makeup, I went with the enlivening blush in Mountain Walk. Bit disappointed with the packaging on these. The formula doesn't come out easily, and one of mine, the coral one, actually exploded on the back here. They are refunding people. If you get in touch with them, you don't have to go all ranty on Instagram or anything. Just talk to them and they'll refund you. But I think they should revise the packaging for this, because the formula stays great, and if you apply it with your fingers, it works beautifully. Just packaging, not the best. On my cheeks, I have the Elevated Glow highlighter in Crystal Nebula. Beautiful, self-setting also, so it doesn't remain sticky on the skin. I mix it a bit with the blush, made my own concoction here, just to make sure I had the right hue. On my lips, I have a Velvet Cinnabar lipstick, which is kind of a burnt browny red, and the matching gloss. So on my eyes, I just have a smeared bit of eyeliner, black eyeliner and mascara, so nothing going on there. And I'm really happy with how it looks, but this is just the beginning. Let's see how it goes throughout the day, how it deals with my oils, because they're really tricky to deal with. So I'll do some check-ins. If you are new here, hi, my name is Solange, and I'm from Portugal, and I like makeup and skincare. I try to give you the most informed reviews I can and my most honest opinions on stuff. So if you enjoy my channel and my imperfect skin that is the guinea pig of all of these things, just give me a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing and talking about me to your friends or stuff. You know, that kind of deal. So without further ado, I'll meet you on my next check-in. Bye. Bye? What is that? I don't know. Hello, my friends. It is 6 p.m. in the afternoon, basically. And you may ask, of the same day? Yes. What happens is that winter supposedly just arrived at around 2 p.m. today, like a ton of bricks. It got cold, completely dark and cloudy. It will soon start to rain, so yay, autumn. Anyway, here I am for my 6 o'clock check-in. It's been 6 hours with the foundation on. I must say that I have felt a few oils around my T-zone, nothing out of the ordinary, and I sort of blotted it because I was distracted, so I picked up a bit of paper and blotted it, and then oh no, I should have done this on camera. But aside from the oils, here on my chin, on the sides of my nose, which is absolutely normal for my combination skin, everything seems to be holding in place really beautifully. I notice I have this little scab, not a scab, a dry skin around my blemish. It got a little bit textured, I'd say some bits of pigment clinging onto it, but nothing too special around the texture on my chin because of the constant breakouts that I have on my chin. I have almost scar tissue, you know. It did get slightly heavier to the eye, but nothing too special. Other than that, it's still holding on really well. My under eye concealer has gone. That is not the foundation's fault. My eyes tend to eat up concealer. And on the sides of my nose, the foundation has been eaten away by my glasses, which I have to wear constantly, so that's just a fact of life. Yeah, it's been really nice overall. It didn't sink into my lines, it didn't sink into my wrinkles on my forehead, on the side of my lips. It looks really beautiful. I seem to have lost a little bit of coverage throughout the day, but it's starting to fade, you know, but nothing, but not in an ugly way or anything. And usually foundations do that, at least to me. I don't know for you. I have not used a long-wearing primer or anything, so I am really enjoying the foundation. I love the fact that my skin looks really plump and fresh, and my lipstick is completely gone, so I'm going to apply a little bit of just the gloss just to moisturize my lips. I really like the texture of these glosses. They're super moisturizing and comfortable on the lips, you know, so it's always a pleasure to reapply. The thing I feel is that they could be glossier or shinier, in my humble opinion, but it feels almost like a lip oil, you know, really soft and not too gloopy or anything. So yeah, this is what I have to tell you right now, and I will do a check-in. I usually like to do about 10 hours of wear, because that's what a normal person would need from their foundation, because you apply your makeup in the morning, you take about an hour commuting to work, you work for 8 hours, and then you take another hour commuting back home. And yeah, I have not powdered or anything, just blotted that bit of oil on the sides of my nose, and that was just it. So I'll see you in a few hours more. Yeah! Hello sweet friends, it is now 10:47 p.m, which is almost 11 hours of wear of this foundation. Now I must say I'm pretty impressed with the longevity, although there are no claims regarding that section. I must say I have not used a mask today. That can be a factor in the rubbing off of the foundation on this area here. For me it is, but other than that it is still on for the most part, which is super impressive. I'm a bit oily on the center of my face, nothing too much. As I said, I blotted right before my last check-in and haven't done anything else since then. So what you see is just a few more hours of wear on the foundation. It's perfectly fine. No creasing, no build-up on my fine lines. Just a bit of shine here. It has basically faded from my forehead. I had a very thin layer of it on there. And everything else is, as you can see, still on. I'm super satisfied. Regarding the claims, comparing the claims to how it worked for me, basically it all checks off. It's soft satin or satin matte finish. It paired really well with my sunscreen, which could have been a problem. It has a medium coverage. Yes, it is slightly buildable, which I love. It is self-setting, so many of us who are used to using a bit of powder on the T-zone may be able to skip that. And those were the claims. Basically, they don't have lots of big claims. They have that soft focus effect and kind of making your skin look like it's kind of smoothed out, and that really checks also. And it doesn't look visible on my skin. It doesn't look heavy or cakey in any way. It did have a bit of buildup on my scars, but that's from talking. This area moves and it starts to crease in there, but it's nothing that touching with my fingers and it's back to its normal state, you know. I was looking back on the footage that I got. I have to remind you that I have a bit more natural light when there is natural light available on this side, and on this side I have a lamp with a kind of a filter on it, but it's still, the color isn't good and it makes me look green, and because this is an olive foundation it will bounce off that green even more on camera. So if it looks green to you and upon application, that's why when I turn my face onto this side and I get the natural lighting and just the ring light, it completely disappears. So that's where the green comes from. So fear not, to the naked eye and in person, this does not look green. At least this shade does not look green. It just matches my olive undertones. Huge shout out again for the fact that they have olive undertones for lighter shades, which is really rare. Cover FX does that, Dior does that, and I think that's basically it. With all other foundations, I have to, you know, kind of concede a bit with the shade range. Not that I don't get by, but still, it's nice to have something that matches my undertones too. And the olive and the yellow undertones on this foundation help to cancel out my redness, which is really important for me. My hyperpigmentation was really well concealed for the whole time, so pretty darn happy with it. I'm just concerned with the price of this foundation. Having into account the price of the lipsticks and stuff, it won't be that inexpensive, so yeah. But it is, in my opinion, worth a shot. I'm super happy with the fact that they have samples. I hope they keep having those samples available for everybody for the rest of times, because I think that's how a foundation or a makeup brand should behave regarding their foundations. They should provide something for people to try a few times at home, and you get enough here to do a few uses to see if there's any kind of, not only shade matching and seeing if it works for you, but also for noticing if there's any kind of, you know, allergy or sensitivity that you may develop to one ingredient. That can help, that can happen. And I really like the fact that they have the samples so that you can try the foundation before buying. As I said, I hope they keep that. And I'm quite excited with the launch. I don't know when it will be. I assume it will be close to the opening of her pop-up store in London. I wish I could go there and visit. But yeah, I will probably be buying this one, I won't lie. I'm really happy with it, and I feel like I could do a huge declutter to my foundations at this point and stay with just a few essentials that I go to, and this would be one of those. And that's a big claim for me because I really love my foundations. So, that being said, if you are still here at this point, thank you for watching till the end. As I said, if you'd like to leave me a thumbs up, comment down below what you want to see next from me. Share with me your experience with the foundation, if you've ordered it and you've tried it. How did it go for you? Because we're all different. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing, spread the word about my channel to your friends. And as usual, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!